What's up, peoples? Mr. Anomaly coming at you again. Another day with Mr. A. The rejection of the Jezebel is the protection of the Most High. So many men mold themselves to the woman. So many men cannot stand their own existence, so they're chasing this external illusion of love and acceptance, this romance that's been fed to us in the society that we live in. I like hearing my talking points reaffirmed, and I like doing these videos. And shout out to one of my subs here sent me this. I'm gonna read this story about one of his friends he grew up with, and how he got involved with the Jezzy. No internal cultivation, no self worth, simple minded. Even said that in Proverbs, the simple minded man who went after the immoral woman. Her bed, what does it say? Her guests are now citizens of hell. You have been reduced to a loaf of bread. Her bed is the den of death. A man who doesn't know who he is, but he's chasing this, what a real man is, this idea of love and romance. I'm gonna let PG tell y'all. Again, I like the way he worded this. I'm gonna expand upon it. I just, it just makes sense. You hear the truth, it just makes sense.
Most people do not love, they cling. They use love as an excuse to be in a relationship or to desire a relationship. But the relationship really isn't love. It's two people clinging to each other. Most people do not love, they cling. They use the other as a shield against their own existence.
That's profound.
As a shield against their own existence. They use the other as a shield against their own existence.
I like doing these videos, especially, it's sometimes it's hard for me to, I'm gaining, internal cultivation. I'm getting stronger too, but it's good to know that it makes an impact and it affects some of y'all's lives, and some of y'all are picking up on it as well, and that gives me motivation to keep continuing. There's a reason why I got up here talking about not having sex, man, because again, so many men mold themselves on getting a woman that validates their manhood, that's going to cure this loneliness. They shield themselves from their own existence. And I can tell you a couple, three things how dudes will project that onto me. I'm going to read this story, just confirming my talking points. The imprint strikes again. And again, if you're the simple-minded man, like it mentioned in Proverbs, you will be reduced to a loaf of bread. I'm going to play another clip too. There's another Aisha Curry situation, a woman who was married to this guy. She went along with it, but he didn't see it. He didn't sense her spirit. We'll get to that one in a second. Let me read this. You shout yourself out, bro, because I appreciate this, man. So I had a buddy of mine. He's still married to her right now, but the stuff that he is going through is absolutely insane. I wanted to share the story with you because so many of your videos talk about these types of situations, and it's sad that many guys fall into these traps. And the bad part about it is a lot of them don't make it out. And again, I'm gonna be add my 2 cents on this because it's a pretty lengthy. A lot of guys don't make it out. This is why I say rejection of the Jezebel's protection of the Most High, because a lot of guys will follow this illusion. They will follow this program. They will download other information instead of figuring out who the hell they are. And again, the more my RPG merge, the more you gain experience points in the illusion, you can get to raid boss level. And if you have to escape and try to leave, it could cost you your life. Some dudes are stuck. Some dudes are stuck on the illusion. They're so ensnared and entangled that they can't leave. That's why I say rejection from the Jezebel's protection of the Most High, because there are a lot of guys out there, they're stuck, they're screwed. Kids, mortgages, they're bound to an illusion. They're bound to hell, man. Her bed is the den of death. Is it all women? I'm talking about Jezebels. If the shoe fit, hey, man, most women are Jezebels. I don't care. You don't care how you take that. The Jezebel, again, that's the society we live in. Too many Potiphar's and Ahabs. It is what it is, bro. So when we were in high school, he was very popular, he was a really good football player and was getting offers from D1 schools like Alabama, Florida, you name it. On the top, you name it. On the top of that, he was really good looking. No homo. Okay, so he got reading with Mr. A. So he had a lot of D1 schools like Alabama, Florida, and on top of that, he was a really good looking guy. No homo. But soon after we graduated, he started dating this chick and started acting totally different. The imprint. And again, if you're ignorant to it, you're going to download all those spirits. You don't get those. It don't matter who you sleep with. It does in the spirit of ignorance. It changes you because you're completely ignorant to it, and you're inviting all kinds of demons on you, bro. He started acting totally different. I believe they're about 19 years old at the time. She already had 2 kids, and I believe she had her first when she was 15. Even before she met him, a lot of people were saying that she was a stripper. And all these things are sad, right? I guess to some people they can say that it's sad, but for me, I'll look at things somewhat different. I feel sorry for him because he's my friend, but I don't feel sorry for him because he wanted to stay there. Again, chasing this idea of love, this idea of romance, doubling down on an illusion. He wanted to stay there. He wanted to make it work. I'm going to play another clip after this. Dudes, guys, man, dudes, yeah, some people didn't like my take on Steph Curry. The dude doubling down on this illusion. He didn't sense that this broad was, she was gone before she met him. And you guys see the results of that. So over the years, I would hear rumors about her cheating on him and all kinds of stuff. He even moved home and moved to Texas and then back probably about 3 times, already purchased houses and everything and lost them all. And other things just for her because she was one of these very materialistic type people. She just the other day, so he said, so just the other day, I seen him in the grocery store. And when I tell you he looks so different, almost like he's 20 years older than me. And we're both 43 years of age. Confirming my talking points. I keep telling you guys, I'm 45. Haven't had sex yet. I don't look like the average 45-year-old who went through hell with a Jezebel, went through divorce, got kids, went through all this Babylonian program, getting chewed up and spit out. That stuff ages you. I've been telling you, there's a tiredness in a lot of men's eyes that no amount of sleep will cure because this stuff drains the soul. It drains the spirit. Said the dude looks like he's 20 years, he aged 20 years older. We're both 43. It ages you, man. It drains you. It's like some Shang Tsung shit, man. It'll drain your soul, bro. That's why I keep telling you, rejection from the Jezebels, protection in the Most High. But some dudes are so lonely, you're so desperate, you don't want to face your own existence, so you're focusing on this external idea of love, like it's gonna fill that hole inside of you, and it won't. It won't. Just the other day, one of my other friends told me that a guy he knows, which is married to my buddy's wife's daughter, his stepdaughter, told him all the things that was going on. And this came from the daughter, or you can say my buddy's stepdaughter. She said that she's still cheating on him and treating him really bad. It makes me sick to see how he's willing to put up with all this nonsense, spend all the money, spend all that money, do all this and all that, and still lose himself the way. He said, this way this guy looks is almost like he has AIDS. He said, it looks like he has AIDS, man. His eyes are stuck in the back of his head. He lost a lot of weight. And from my understanding, they said he was smaller before. So many of my videos hit the spot for us on how things really are in this realistic world. People are blind to love, what they think is love. And it's no freaking love. It's just demonic attachment. Amen to that. Bending the knee to the Jezebel spirit is a trap. Guess what? The funny part is she still puts all these Christian quotes on Facebook trying to act like she's a good girl. Devil is real, bro. Some people never wake up. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you sending me that, man. Good story. Just confirming my talking points. Guys, this stuff's real. I know what I'm talking about. I can sense it in my soul. That's why I say I'm a wizard. I'm jokingly saying it. But I'm like a sage, bro. I can see it. And the sad part is I see it in so many women. This is why I talk about the imprint. The soul ties, man, out here having a whole phase, and it's encouraged nowadays. They encouraging girls to have a whole phase, then settle down. And again, y'all get mad at me all you want to. This is the way of the world. They're going to go out here and get throttled. They're going to go out here and get all the sausages. It's not going to stop. They ain't listening to me, and they're not going to apologize because the Jezebel can't apologize, bro. And if you do that in the spirit of ignorance, it will drain you, bro. But bro said he looked like he aged 20 years, like he had AIDS, man. A star football player. Had all these prospects. Gave it all up for a Jezzy. She put that hot box on him. She put that Ted Bundy, Pookie, the hot box of the streets. She love bombed him. And it changed him. It does matter who you sleep with, especially when you're doing it in the spirit of ignorance. Woe to the man. Woe to the man that bases his self-worth on that, bro. Again, I like hearing my talking points reaffirmed, and like I said, I like to hear that some of you guys are out here. It's sinking in, and a lot of you guys are seeing it too, man. Again, hey, bro, it's real out here. The patterns are real, bro. I'm gonna play another clip here. This is from a woman who's gonna sit up here. Let me let her go in. I'm just gonna piggyback on it.
Christmas was wonderful, our second one too, but by the third, it wasn't just our apartment that didn't feel like home, but also my marriage. It was becoming very clear that the wife my husband wanted was nothing like me. And I remember one night we were in bed after one of our many arguments, and he said, "You refuse to give me the 3 things that make a marriage. You don't want to give me a child, you wouldn't take my surname, and you stopped wearing your ring." I remember feeling like, well, he's right. I'm definitely not that traditional woman. But I was so exhausted, and all I could whisper was, I can't do this anymore. I can't do us anymore.
Disillusionment with marriage and dating. One online post put it this way: I was led to believe that being good to someone meant I could win their heart, but in reality, I was just paying for an illusion. Dating. One online post put it this way: I was led to believe that being good to someone meant I could win their heart, but in reality, I was just paying for an illusion.
3 times.
One online post put it this way: I was led to believe that being good to someone meant I could win their heart, but in reality, I was just paying for an illusion.
Whose fault is that with this guy? I'm gonna play it again. A lot of red flags there. Again, dudes out here are lonely. Dudes out here cannot stand being by themselves. They're chasing this freaking illusion. And men are in love, women are in business, bro. Shout out to CGA on that one, man. This dude thought he can Bart Simpson his way into love and affection. Dudes expect women just to naturally just act right with no rules, principles, and standards, not knowing who the hell you are. She's gonna act right if I just wait long enough, if I just do the right thing, keep my head down. She'll come along. Use the relationship to shield themselves from their own existence.
Most people do not love, they cling. They use the other as a shield against their own existence.
Dudes up here worshiping the woman more than they worshiping the Most High, and it will cost you. It will cost you. You're going to lose your soul. Some dudes can't even get out. This dude, like my boy just described, he's stuck. Got kids and shit. Moving back and forth. Trying to pour water into a bucket that got holes in it.
Christmas was wonderful, our second one too, but by the third, it wasn't just our apartment that didn't feel like home, but also my marriage. It was becoming very clear that the wife my husband wanted was nothing like me.
But she went along with it, just like Aisha Curry. She went along with it. Did she tell him that up front? Probably not. In her mind, it seemed like a good idea. But again, I got to get on the dudes. This is why I talk about spiritual discernment. Figuring out who the hell you are, connecting to the all, walking in truth. Because if you're walking in truth and you mean it, you're comfortable in your own skin, you're enjoying your own life, you have true peace, you're going to sense when that woman doesn't have it. You're not even going to waste your time getting to the point of getting married. That shows me how lost these dudes are. My boy right here. She had 2 kids in that story. She had 2 kids. She was already gone. He didn't sense it. He didn't sense it. She loved Bonham, and that was really it. Followed her right to Tartarus. Same thing with this dude. This woman was this before this dude got involved with her. He didn't see it. This is why I get on again. This is why I got to get on dudes. So I get every time I'm not having sex, how dudes automatically just project that onto me, project that lust and loneliness onto me. I can tell you a couple, three things. I've been doing this a long time. Like I said, I don't get as much anymore since COVID humbled the normies, and we're getting into an interesting shift in society. When I first started doing these videos, dudes talking shit left and right. That's why I started to do something like, man, a lot of these guys act like the women they cream pie, because dudes don't have a freaking personality. The woman's your personality. You gotta be part of the world to get the woman. So most of y'all ain't got no goddamn personality. I've been doing this too long, getting too many stupid comments and stuff from normies. That's why I say a lot of these dudes out here act like the women they cream pie. Hearing dudes use the term incels and all this shit, using the same goddamn insults, because two peas in a mother sucking pod. You gotta be a simulation and bang a simulation, bro. Dudes out here are lost, man.
One night we were in bed, clear that the wife my husband wanted was nothing like me. And I remember one night we were in bed after one of our many arguments.
One of our many arguments. One of our many arguments, bro. If you gotta do all that back and forth, man. Again, it's gonna cost me the woman ass ninja. That's what that sound like to me. It's gonna cost me the woman ass ninja, man.
Too much talking, 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 too much talking.
Nope. Again, why are you still single? Because again, I'm already cutting them off. I'm cutting them off. That's why I say you can tell me dudes who bent the knee and got married, man. You have to play this game because it's gonna cost you most women. Yes, it's gonna cost you most women. Plus, you know, right there, the majority of dudes who bent down on one knee and got married, they part of the program. They gotta be, because you can't be You can't be truthful and honest and upfront. Especially if you're not on the 2% attractive scale. You gotta tell them what they want to hear. Many arguments. What are we doing? This woman was this before this guy married her, bro. Come on, man.
Nothing like me. And I remember one night we were in bed after one of our many arguments, and he said, "You refuse to give me the 3 things that make a marriage. You don't want to give me a child, you wouldn't take my surname, and you stopped wearing your ring."
Okay. You wouldn't take the surnames. When I be seeing women doing that, hyphenating them, bro, you lose. Good day, sir. That's what I'm talking about. No self-worth, no internal cultivation, using a relationship to shield himself from his own existence. And this is the price tag of all this. This dude, lucky she broke it off, because he could have ended up like my boy over here, Shang Tsung, aged about 20 to 30 years. Like he got AIDS and stuff, because it'll drain your soul, spiritually and physically. This is the cost, bro. This is the cost of ignorance. What's that quote? Ignorance of the law doesn't excuse you. Just because you're ignorant to it doesn't mean you can't get spanked out here, bro. Ignorance of the law is no excuse, man. Dudes out here can't stand men by themselves, man. It's gonna cost me the woman ass ninjas, man. She wouldn't take his surname, and he still went along with it, like it's gonna get better. Pulling the Bart
Here's
Simpson.
my plan. Oh wait, here's my plan. Put up with her for 7 more years. Then we'll get married. Once the first baby comes along, she's bound to settle down and start treating me right. After all, I deserve it.
Well, I tell you, man, I know it's an uphill battle, man. I'm just gonna keep putting it out there. Let he who receives, receive. Some of y'all getting it. Like I said, I'm preaching to somebody. Some of y'all may not like it. Who the hell hate watching somebody, by the way? Who the hell hate watching somebody? I'm gonna sit up here and just hate watch this mother sucker. Why would you waste your time? People are funny to me, bro.
Want to give me a child, you wouldn't take my surname, and you stopped wearing your ring. I remember feeling like, well, he's right. I'm definitely not that traditional woman. But I was so exhausted, and all I could whisper was, I can't do this anymore.
After she went along with it. After she went through that whole facade, getting down on one knee, the marriage and all that. She went through all that and wasn't even there. The imprint strikes again, bro. This is why I say internal cultivation, be upfront, rules, principles, and standards. But I know it's going to cost me the woman. You goddamn right it is. It's going to cost you. Again, you're going to cause the deception to scatter if you're walking in truth. But dudes don't want to. They want to cling. They want to hold on. They looking for something external instead of looking inward, bro. Hey, man, I just wanted to share that, bro. I ain't going to keep y'all too long, man. I know, man. I've been getting on my hour-long tangent sometimes, man. I'm going to try to stop rambling so much. But hey, man, it is what it is, bro. I like hearing my talking points reaffirmed, bro. It will aid you. Her bed is the den of death. She will reduce you to a loaf of bread. Is this all women? No. I'm talking about the goddamn Jezebel. And I shouldn't have to preference that. But a lot of women have downloaded the Jezebel spirit. And she is not going to humble herself like some of you dudes won't. She ain't going to apologize. She ain't going to come back hat in hand. You was right, massa. You was right, sir. I was ready to be submissive, massa. I was ready to be the good, the wise, massa. When you hear him talking like that, she's in survival mode. She's just looking for anybody, a sentient human wallet, and she will chew your ass up and spit you out, and you'll be making MGTOW videos. It is what it is. Y'all know what to think about that, man. That's just my take on that. Dudes out here are lost. This guy right here married this broad. Wouldn't take his sure name. She was that before he got... Again, I know who you are, Mr. Gump. Hello, I'm Mr. Gump. I know who you are, Mr. Gump. Mr. Long Play over here. What my girl tell you?
Used to be one of the girls that be like the deacon.
Oh, wrong one. Again, there's a more imprint talk for you. Here she go.
How would you make a guy wait before you give it up to him?
Depends on the guy. Depends on if I like him or if I'm physically attracted to him and the energy is there and I think it's mutual and I feel as though there's respect, it could be sooner than later. But if I feel as though this is somebody who is a long play, like you can kind of gauge that. Like initially you're like, okay, you're just short term, or no, you actually have qualities that I could see bringing us into the future, then that person I might have wait a little bit longer.
You can gauge that. You can gauge that. Hello, my name is Mr. Gump. She can tell right off the rip. The way you move, your energy, she can tell right off the rip. Dudes are lying to themselves. She knows, she sees you. She sees you before you see her. Case in point. Old girl right here. She saw that guy. She knew that guy was Mr. Long Play. That's why she did all that crap. I'm not gonna take my sure name. I ain't wearing my ring. I knew you was a long play. I knew you was a placeholder. She saw that immediately. But dudes don't have no self-worth. They're not aware of it. Completely ignorant. Internal cultivation strikes again. The milk's been spilled. The die has been cast. All you can do is move accordingly. I joke. I try to joke. I mean, I'm trying not to make light of it, but again, the court jester. You're a freaking court jester, a clown, because it's an illusion. It's not real. It's something that this warped society wants you to be. You fitting in the freaking putting the clown shoes on, trying to appease this, man. It is what it is, man. But that's all I got, man. Survey says one more for the good guys. I'm out, good peoples. Laters.